10 serial killers with a very high IQ. Series and movies have brought people closer to true crime stories. Serial killers, at least those who appear on the screen, are captivating, either because of their way of operating or because of the same charm that they aroused in their victims. Perhaps this is why the thought that serial killers are all geniuses of deception and crime has been created. But the vast majority of them could not even be said to be very intelligent. According to a long comparison of more than 4,740 serial killers by the Serial Killer Information Center, compiled since 1992 by students at Radford University in Virginia, United States, it showed that these criminals have an IQ average of 94.5. Few have stood out for their intelligence, and here we will show you some of them. Number 1. Rodney Alcala, 160 IQ. He was known as the serial killer of the dating game, and although his nickname is not intimidating, his 160 IQ points left him on the genius level. Investigators found 1,000 photos documenting his crimes and estimated that he had around 50 victims. However, Alcala was convicted of only 7 murders committed in 1971 and 1979. Number 2. Ted Kaczynski, 167 IQ. Kaczynski proved to have an amazing ability for mathematics. In fact, he was accepted to Harvard when he was only 16 years old. He could very well fall into the category of evil genius. Between 1978 and 1995, he killed 3 people and injured 23 others with a major national campaign in which he mailed bombs to people he believed to be advanced in modern technology. In addition, he left mathematical codes that the FBI never managed to crack. He was caught after his brother recognized the writing style and warned the authorities. Number 3. Charlene Gallego, 160 IQ. Charlene was a ruthless woman. She added 10 murders together with her husband Gerald Gallego between 1978 and 1980. When they were caught, the woman agreed to testify against her husband, as long as her sentence was reduced. She served only 17 years behind bars and was released in 1997. Because of her intelligence, she was the mastermind behind the serial killings. Number 4. Carroll Edward Cole, 152 IQ. Despite his intelligence, Edmund never seemed like a genius, as he was a poor student. When he was a child, her mother forced him to watch her have sex with other men when her father was away, and she threatened to hit him if she told him anything about her. When he grew up, his main target was adulterous women. When arrested, Cole had already murdered 6 people, although he confessed that there were 35. Number 5. Andrew Cunanan, 147 IQ. He is the assassin best known for the death of Johnny Versus. 4 other people passed through Andrew's hands in a span of just 3 months in 1997. He was a brilliant student, but also a compulsive liar. The FBI, while trying to track him down, couldn't find him so easily even though he showed up on the scene at a Miami gay social. 8 days after the tycoon's murder, Andrew shot himself in the head. Number 6. Edmund Kemper, 145 IQ. One of the most investigated serial killers, considered born. He was 2.10 meters tall and weighed 136 kilos. These characteristics endowed him with physical dominance, while his intelligence put him in another good position over his victims. Between 1973 and 1973, the man killed 10 people, including his grandparents, his friend, and even his own mother. He wanted to give him the death penalty, but the judge estimated that his punishment would be 8 life sentences. Number 7. Jeffrey Dahmer, 144 IQ. Between 1978 and 1991, this killer killed 17 people, including children. He drugged them and then strangled them, took photos of the dismembered bodies, and some kept them as trophies. He went on to dabble in cannibalism, as well as practicing lobotomies and the chemical disposal of bodies. In 1994, he was caught and he was sent to prison. Number 8. Stephen Christopher Stanko, 143 IQ. He was a man of letters. He got to write a book while he was in prison, and after his release he was constantly in the library writing the second one. But behind that intellectual face was hiding a murderer who ended the life of his girlfriend and a library partner. In addition, he attacked and cut the throat of her girlfriend's daughter, but she managed to escape from her and notify the police. Number 9. Lawrence Bittaker, 138 IQ. He was one of the so-called toolbox killers. He was responsible for capturing, raping, torturing, and murdering 5 teenage girls in just 5 months in 1979. He and his partner got their nicknames because of a recording in which they are heard hammering the elbows of one of their victims. He was captured in 1981 and was described by one of the FBI agents involved as the most disturbing person he has ever profiled. Number 10. Ted Bundy, 136 IQ. Even though he has the lowest IQ on this list, that doesn't mean he's the least skilled. The main characteristic of him was the ability to seduce women before killing them. In fact, he was on the FBI's most wanted list. When he was captured, 30 homicides were attributed to him between 1974 and 1978. However, the number of victims is unknown. The perverse nature of the crimes may lead one to believe that they are irrational acts. However, many serial killers have demonstrated a frightening ability to calculate their crimes before committing them. Some even convinced other people to carry them out in their place. A considerable part of the most mediatic killers in history have enjoyed above-average qualified intellects, and that has always surprised psychologists when analyzing their criminal behavior. These are some of the killers with the highest IQs on record and the ruses they use to commit their crimes, in some cases setting investigators on a relentless search to find them. These are criminals who have cynically used their abilities to deceive their victims and the authorities. And these are 10 serial killers with a very high IQ. And you, how many of them did you know? Leave us your opinion in the comments. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Beautiful Minds for more interesting videos. See you soon.